Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your West Ham nil Chelsea 3 match review, post-match reactions. Wow. Look, to the people that have seen my preview, you would have seen that I was fairly confident moving into this game. I said that victory against Bournemouth was paramount. That victory against Bournemouth was so important moving into this particular game away from home to West Ham. Very, very strong opposition. We don't generally do well away from home to West Ham in their home ground. So I thought that win against Bournemouth puts us in a really nice position against West Ham, and West Ham have been a bit slow in this particular season under the new manager, but they still got a lot of quality. I was confident that we're going to do a good performance and we're going to have a victory. I predicted 2-1, but the fact that we won 3-0 absolutely blew my mind. And honestly, kudos to the team and kudos to Nicholas Jackson to put a really good performance. And we're going to talk about everyone, but we're going to start things off with, first of all, thanking Enzo Moresa. Enzo Moresa, ladies and gentlemen, he's doing good. He's doing really, really good in these early stages. He's tightened up our defense. Defensively, we look better. I know, West Ham had quite a bit of the ball as well. They looked threatening, but we defended well. There's so many players that have done so well defensively. Tosin was a boss in defense. Levi Colwill was a boss in defense. I don't think they made any errors. Not just defensively, they were great. They were great in terms of aerial duels. They were great in terms of intercepting. But on the ball as well, both Tosin and Levi Colwill were sensational. Cucurella, fantastic performance from Cucurella. Someone who's inverting and then dropping in as a left back. The amount of tackles he put in. I know he picked up a reckless yellow card, but sometimes you need to do that. You know what I mean? You need to show the opposition that you're there. So overall, defensively, we've been fantastic. Midfield, obviously, we need to work on, but it's a work in progress. And attack-wise, we look like we can score anytime, any moment. We have that attacking prowess about. So kudos to Enzo Moresa first up. He made some really good substitutions in this game. So I wanted to take the opportunity right now and actually praise Enzo Moresa from the get-go, because I feel like we're in the right direction. Moving into that match against Brighton, we put ourselves in a brilliant position, 2 back-to-back away victories. Now we set us up nicely against Brighton at home. And in the table as well, we're second right now. And I know there's a lot of games to come, and we probably won't be second for too long. But right now we're second. So now that is out of the way. Enzo Moresa definitely deserves all the praise. Now let's talk about the game in itself. Look, flying start, getting a nice early goal from Nicholas Jackson. Look, let's talk a little bit about Nicholas Jackson. I think we've always said, just like Madueke, both these players, Nicholas Jackson and Madueke, similar in terms of constructive criticism. Both of these players have an underlying skill set that is interesting. You can definitely say that there's a definite player in both of these players, Nicholas Jackson and Madueke. Nicholas Jackson, we've all said it, predominantly, the fan base have said there's a lot to like about Nicholas Jackson. The only issue is when he gets to that final third. Inside the box, he's highly inconsistent, whether it's him making a decision to pass, whether it's him, shooting. His shooting technique is not always on point. And that has been the issue with Nicholas Jackson ever since he's joined Chelsea Football Club. Yes, he bangs in goals. No problems. He does bang in goals. He scored goals last season, and it looks like he's scoring goals this season as well. But he gets a lot of opportunities, and he goes through matches where he'll do well today, and then he'll go through 2 or 3 matches where he doesn't. That consistency needs to come in. Today, ladies and gentlemen, majority of us would have said probably expected Nkunku to start, because Nkunku had a very good game against Bournemouth, scored a goal, probably deserved to start. But Enzo Moresa, showing why he's the boss and he knows better than a lot of us, backed Nicholas Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson has paid dividend big time. Big time he has paid dividend. 2 lovely goals. First one, a little bit of an opportunistic situation where it was a quick early free kick. And Jadon Sancho, thank you to Man United. Thank you, Man United. Jadon Sancho, yet another assist. Lovely ball through to Nicholas Jackson, and Nicholas Jackson catching the defense out of guard and putting in a nice, lovely finish through the goalkeeper's legs nutmegged him, and 1-0. But the second goal is where it was lovely to watch. Full Maresca football in complete form. Passes, lovely passes, controlling the game, slowing the game down when we need to, then picking up the pace again with the passes, and then lovely through ball from Moses Caicedo to Nicholas Jackson to put him through. His pace is always going to be a bit too superior for some of these defenders. And he goes and he finishes as well. I believe outside of his foot finish, Travella finish probably. And the goalkeeper was well and truly beat. And that was when I felt, okay, Nicholas Jackson, you carry on like that. If you keep doing that on a regular basis, then some of the constructive criticism that we have for him will reduce, definitely. So, look, great performance. Nicholas Jackson gets himself that assist in the second half for Cole Palmer. Should have had another assist in the first half for Cole Palmer, where he squared the ball for him, and Palmer, that was point blank range. He should have scored. So, overall, Nicholas Jackson, fantastic performance. I just hope that he carries on like this on a consistent basis. Consistency is the issue. For me, he's the man of the match for this particular game. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about Moses Caicedo. He was a boss in midfield. Caicedo now back-to-back, really good games against Bournemouth now, really good game against West Ham in this particular match. He was everywhere. He was covering ground. He was intercepting. He was tackling. He created that fantastic pass. So for me in midfield, he was definitely the standout. Up front as well, I want to talk quickly about Cole Palmer. A lot of people was getting on him because his first half wasn't the greatest. However, as I've always said, look, he's a particular player. He's world class. Any moment he can pop in with an assist. Any moment he can pop in with a goal. He got hat-trick of assist and scored a goal against Wolves, if you guys don't remember. The hat-trick that Madueke scored, all of that assist came from Cole Palmer. This game, first half, not the greatest, and a lot of the fan base was getting on him. And I said, look, he's probably a player that deserves credit. He's got credit in the bank. We need to stay patient. And then second half, he bangs in a fantastic goal from Cole Palmer. And literally, honestly, at that moment, we broke West Ham. This, for me, is a statement victory. Honestly, it is a statement victory. This is not an easy ground to go to away from home, and that team is quality. They've got a lot of threats in the likes of Kudus, in the likes of Bowen, and many others. For us to go out there and dismantle them like that as a statement victory, and for me, that is, yeah, we absolutely took care of them. They had some moments here and there, but overall, we were on top of that. Robert Sanchez definitely was on top of that. So, look, let's talk a few more positive notes on certain players before we get into some negative stuff. Robert Sanchez, for me, once again, rock solid. I still want to keep seeing him like this. A lot of people are already saying that, Miz, were we wrong about Robert Sanchez? Today, one thing definitely stuck out for me. His distribution was a lot better than the Bournemouth game. And his, shot stopping was equally as good as the Bournemouth game. Another thing was, from corners or set pieces, Robert Sanchez was absolutely commanding that box. So kudos to Robert Sanchez. Excellent performance from Tosin. And I really like that back three shape. I know a lot of people say Wesley Fofana's right back. Like, it wasn't really a right back. He wasn't bombing up and down. It was a back three, Wesley Fofana, RCB, Tosin through the middle, LCB, Levi Colwill and Cucurella was inverting. So Tosin was brilliant. I like this structure for Tosin. I don't like it when Tosin is an out-and-out, just two at the back, two CBs, and you've got genuine right-backs in the likes of Malo, Gusto, and Reece James, whoever it is. I do like Tosin in this back three situation. It gives him, he feels comfortable, he feels confident, and today, yet another really good performance. Off the back of that second half performance from him against Bournemouth, Levi Colwill seems to be going strength to strength, and Levi Colwill in the preseason wasn't looking that great, but slowly but surely he's coming into his frame, and this is what we expect of him. He's a quality defender, and now he's starting to put on some really, really good performances, strong performances as well. So hopefully he continues this way. Consistency is what we are going to drive for all of these players. Cucurella, we've already mentioned, fantastic performance, strong performance, and that's pretty much it. Some really good, obviously Enzo Moresa done really good in terms of the substitutions, smart substitutions, but some of these subs do need to still step up. João Felix needs to step up, and Nkunku still needs to step up as well. Good performance against Bournemouth, but this one needs to, needed to do a little bit more. Missed out on a goal. I had a good opportunity. Pedro Neto, I thought, looked better, But of course, there's room for improvement. Now, some negatives. Negative number one, Madueke, absolute stinker of a match. And I don't want to spend too much time on this because people start saying I'm a hater. This is what I said after the hat-trick against Wolves. Consistency with Madueke is the problem. There's a good player there. There is definitely a good player there, but the player seems to make some awful decisions in the final third. His, the finishing is sometimes poor as well. Execution basically is poor, whether it's a pass, whether it's a shot, the execution is poor. And in this game, he had a chance in the second half. He was through 1v1 and he was probably a bit selfish, probably needed to square the ball and allow others for an opportunity to score. A couple of the times where there was a counter-attack in the second half, he was the one who's destroyed the counter-attack. So look, stinker from Madueke. If he keeps continuing this way, I'm pretty sure Pedro Neto will start very soon on that right side. You best believe. Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen, is starting to become a problem. When you're not really that great on the ball, which you're meant to be, and we've seen off the ball that he's a bit of an issue, and in this game, it was no difference. It was no different, obviously. Once Romeo Lavia is fully fit, Enzo Fernandez is a massive question mark. This is why I wanted Renato Veiga to start this match. For me, Renato Veiga, at least he can be defensively solid. He can intercept the ball, read the ball and intercept and break down the play. He can tackle. He can win duels. Whereas Enzo Fernandez, intercepting is not the issue, but winning duels and getting stuck in and winning the second ball is a bit of an issue for Enzo Fernandez. And it's not like at the moment his ball playing is out of the world as well. So it's causing a bit of an issue. Wesley Fofana, ladies and gentlemen, on that right side at CB, shaky. Almost gave away a penalty, and that would have been a bit of a change in the match. 2-1 moving in at halftime would have been different to just going in 2-0. So Wesley Fofana, he was shaky against Bournemouth, shaky against West Ham, picked up a yellow card as well. So that's something to look out for. So these are some of the negatives. Look, overall, I'm very, very satisfied with this clean sheet. Clean sheet against West Ham, clean sheet against Bournemouth, clean sheet against West Ham. And this one, look, we defended really, really well. So kudos to the team for keeping a clean sheet. And clean sheets will create a good vibe in the team, man. And it will give belief that, we can be defensively very solid. So overall, nice. I wanted to say start to the weekend. My weekend, Saturday is coming to an end. So look, nice weekend so far with the win against West Ham, win for Chelsea Football Club. And we will now move on to the next game in the Carabao Cup, I believe, against Borough. So there are probably going to be a lot of changes. We should take care of Borough nicely. And then we've got Brighton next up at home. So it's beautifully set up now. Confidence is oozing, and we just keep building this up. So fantastic victory against West Ham. 3 points in the bag. And we move, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How you feel about the match? How you feel about the players? How you feel about Enzo Moresa? Who's your man of the match? For me, it was Nicholas Jackson. Until next time, everyone, smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Take care. See ya. Bye.